Hello everyone, I will show you the introduction of our assignment. Everyone has a life. What is life? Some people has never thought about it in their lives. They are ignorant and confused all their lives. But if people think about it carefully, they will set the goal of life. In the face of setbacks, still do not give up the pursuit. College students need this quality. In summary, it's important to study meaning of life and given serious thought by our university students. This background of study is 2020 was a year of disaster for human beings. We are witnessing more lives passed than ever before. Under this influence, people become overwhelmed and lose confidence in life. Every college student needs to think seriously about the meaning of life to ensure a better understanding of themselves and in the face of major changes to maintain reasonable. We will have two research objectives. One is to understand whether USM undergraduates have independent thinking about the meaning of life. The other is inspire college students to think about the meaning of life. We will make a questionnaire to understand the current USM students' mental state and understanding of life, how to define the meaning of life, find relevant intellectual and integrate important ideas that can help inspire college students to think. Now, my partners will introduce the various parts of this assignment.
The part is about the methodology. First of all, we conducted a survey on all USM undergraduates from the 2020 to 2021. The survey was conducted in the form of the online questionnaire. The reasons why we adapt the network questionnaire survey are as follows. Number one, due to the impact of the novel coronavirus, the interview method was not used for this survey. Number two, online questionnaire results are easier to process and analyze the simple data. Number three, online questionnaire can collect more data in a wider range. The questionnaire has 14 problems involved in the student's mental state, goal in life, and understand life. College students can thought about the life meaning and how to take measures to improve those problems of college students and enhance students' understanding of the meaning of life. In order to better analyze the data, our team is widely used a variety of the social application to distribute the questionnaire. In addition, we also asked by the investigators about their family, how to understand and how to define the meaning of life. To help students better understand the meaning of life. Finally, we also offer some way to help college students better think the meaning of life.
The content of the findings part that I'm responsible for is writing based on the data obtained from the questionnaire survey we conditioned. From this, it can be seen that the question of thinking about the meaning of life, more students feel confused about this, rather than know it, and have not fully thought about the meaning of the life. But fortunately, that there are about 41% of the students in the questionnaire that they have thought about the meaning of life. I think this is still very good. For a freshman who just entered the school, 49% should have a clear thinking about the meaning of their lives, which is of great help to their subsequent study and life. Next, in the proposition about the meaning of life in the eyes of college students, about 58% of students believe the contribution to society is a better way to realize the meaning of life. In the experience of contribution to society, they can better understand themselves, enrich their lives, and get more experience to prepare for the future. 23% of students believe that getting enough capital can enable them to better realize their meaning of life. Sufficient capital can spur their behavior. Life can spur them to realize their dreams and complete their personal plans. About 10% of the people believe the potential their life members can better realize the meaning of their lives. Family members are the most personal part of a person in the world, so that family members can live a better life, and it is their realization of themselves. The way of life meaning. Of course, I am very much agree with this. About 9% of people believe that only then they realize what they want in their hearts can they realize the meaning of their lives. Everyone else is not the important and does not need to be considered. Of course, this is also a way to realize the meaning of their lives.
Now we will continue with the findings of the remaining factors. The third factor which was taken into consideration was factors influencing the meaning of life of college students. 4 factors have a significant impact on the students. So, the 4 factors that have a significant impact on the meaning of college students' life. Number 1, parental values. Number 2, social environment. Number 3, interpersonal relationship. And also, most important, number 4, school education. So let's look at a brief explanation of these 4 factors. The first is parental influence. Parental status has a direct impact on the children. The family education is the first element of child's life. A family environment plays a major role in child's positive personality development. In our study, 27% has accounted for influence of parental values. Next is the social environment, like people around us, things around us, etc. etc. 27% were influenced by this factor. Then comes the interpersonal relationship, which has 20% of influence. The last factor considered was education. It is an important way to acquire knowledge. 20% of the students were influenced by education. Now, we will see the ways to help students to improve their ability to think independently about the meaning of life. From the findings, we have proposed several methods. 1. Participate in 1 or 2 duo groups, students' union and also organizations. 2. Interact with classmates. Communication improves the learning habits. Number 3. Make full use of teaching resources such as internet, library, etc. Number 4. Arrange your work. Number 5. Understand major goals. Have a good orientation in future. Lastly, number 6. Continue to keep interest in humanities and social sciences.
The topic, meaning of life, a lot of people have thought about it. Today, we will through serving questionnaires method and the literature method to know about it. In the literature method, we could know a lot of great people's thoughts and ideas. For example, the famous philosopher Socrates believed that a person's meaning of life is pursued ideals and virtues. But Berkeley think perceiving life itself, this is the meaning of life. Others think, Franz Bacon think that pursuing the virtues or belief science, this is the meaning. A lot of people have their own opinions, but why need to research these topics? Because it guides us to define your life direction. It can relate to your successful happiness or pursuing or achievement or money. What's the most important things in your life, or what's the meaning of a lot of things around you? But in the Buddhisms, they think we need to eliminate all of your desires, and in this way, you don't have any anxious or pressures or some depressions, and you just can relax or relax yourself, emotions or your heart. I think maybe this is more happier, but not suitable for our students. As a university student, what we think about these questions? Some people have their own opinions based on our background, experience, or our education. I think most of colleges have their own opinions. So let us to someone's ideas about it.
The part I quote is from an article called The Meaning of Life by Alfred Adler, 1931. This part showed the author's point of view that contemporary college students are not seeking the same life meaning. They are seeking the meaning they give to various things rather than being defined by others, because everyone is in an uncertain space. And in this uncertain space, college students need to look inside themselves for answers. I think this view seems to be abstract, but rather to real life of college students shows that give us infinite imaginary space. Actually, we can find that college students in the life actually everyone seems to be pursuing different things. You may become a scientist, while your friends may just want to go back to the business. Then the target is different. The surrounding related things are different. The meaning of outstanding achievement is a proof of strength. For you and your friends may feel it's only a piece of paper. We can accept our life to be the same as others. Finding our way in the dark is what college students should do. Just like the meaning we give to life, we should be true to ourselves. Finding the meaning of life is not just what we do in college. In fact, we should pay effort and time for it all our life. Only by constantly striving for it, we will not lose the directions of our life. That's why I choose this passage. I think it gives me more to think about, right?
Okay, I will introduce the part of conclusion. In summary, most students have not thought about meaning of life. Only a handful of other students who have thought about this issue have come to insightful conclusions. Through the survey, it can be found that the social environment, parental values, school education, and international relations affect the understanding of meaning of life among students. After the investigation is over, we need to take some measures to help students discover the meaning of their own lives. Whether we can release the meaning of our life depends on whether we can think independently and deeply. We cannot define the meaning of other people's lives. Similarly, the meaning of our life will not be defined by others. Therefore, the measures we take can only improve the independent thinking ability of students. There are some common views on the meaning of life which can help students come to their own conclusions in combination with themselves. In addition to your own thinking, the primary factor that may have a positive impact on students is the school. The knowledge that the school transmits to students, the cultural environment, the physical environment, and interpersonal environment of the school will all affect the growth of college students. Therefore, school can also take some measures to promote independent and valuable thinking among young people. Deep thinking about the meaning of life helps students better understand the world, especially correct life goals, keep seeking, and stay rational in the face of major changes. After understanding the state of mind of students, the next research direction can focus on how to adapt correct method to help students to thinking independently and investigate other aspects of students' continuation.